Hey, hey, what's up, everybody? Lady TC in the house, in the place to be. What's up? I'm feeling refreshed today. Listen, yesterday was it was horrible because I didn't feel good, but it wasn't sick. I figured it out. I knew I had a deep sense that it was the shift going on. It's so strong right now. But let me tell you what it did. It took my arm right here. This arm was hurting all up in here so bad, in the wrist. Now, back in 2022, I had broke this wrist roller skating, trying to be all cute, like, you know, the movie Soul Food with Vivica Fox, hey, with my grandkids, and slipped, boom, but, you know, no big deal. It's just I landed on the wrist, and it broke it. It was, you know, hairline fracture, so I drove myself all the way to the ER, 12 miles in pain with the kids in the car. And lucky I got a space and they took me real quick and all that. And I recovered and everything. It was horrible. But I don't do pain. Mama TC don't do pain, okay? I'm not big on pain. I can't stand it. So I'm lucky. And I'm not lucky. I don't like using the word luck. I'm so anointed. Let me tell you something. I'm so anointed and highly favored. God protect me. Yahuwah protect me from being addicted to any type of substance thing. I could use them, relieve my pain, and leave that stuff alone. I've never had that taste for addiction over my life where it was out of control. Now, other loved ones that I've had, you know, in my life, yeah, they got messed up on that stuff. But I was able, with the divine intervention of none of that ever being a big problem for me. I stayed with the Most High in my life, so thank Heavenly Father. And to those out there that have difficulty with addiction, please turn to the Most High. Ask Him to take that taste off of yourself, and I'm telling you, it will deliver you. It will deliver you. I've seen it before. So anyway, moving on. So what I got for you today. Wait a minute. So, yeah, I broke my wrist because for years they used to have me on prednisone because I have heart, you know, y'all know I got the pacemaker and I got one kidney. So I have heart-related asthma from time to time. Well, with the asthma, they used to put me on that prednisone. If any of y'all take that stuff, I'm going to tell you right now, allegedly for educational purposes only, you might want to reconsider. Listen, I go holistic now. I don't mess with none of that stuff. So that one right there, it weakens the bone. They don't tell you that. It makes your bones turn to mush, especially if you're on it for a long time. Seek an alternative if you can. There's all kinds of information popping up in the news today about side effects. So allegedly for educational purposes only, I have to say that. So here we go. Let's go on. So, like what I was saying, so the bone thing, the area with all this hurting and stuff, I thought it had to do with the wrist, and it could have. I don't know. I didn't do anything. I didn't bang it. I didn't nothing, but it felt like someone took a hammer and hit me on the forearm, like, pow. So it was hurting and throbbing all day long. I had to call Moni Mo, like, please, I don't know what to do. Should I take this? Should I take that? I don't want to take no painkiller right now with the shift going on. I need my head to stay clear. So I said, the only other thing I have is still, and I'm not promoting use for this, for educational purposes only, I'm mentioning this, and allegedly, I still have CBD. And it's one that I bought from this guy. It was supposed to be HTC free, but turns out it got a little Delta in it. So I don't mess with it because I'm very sensitive to that stuff, where if it got that in it, I get the munchies and I will clean out the whole refrigerator and invent stuff, you know, put a little this on that and be like, ooh, wow, ooh, that's me. I can't mess with it. I'll be two-ton Lizzie. I'm not. So I didn't want to take the painkiller that I do have from the doctor. I keep it for the stash, you know, for emergency, like surgery on myself or something like that. Other than that, that is all I have as an option. So I took like a little quarter of a dropper full, and I was able to sleep, and all the pain stopped, but also my dreams went kapow. Now, like I said, I'm not promoting it for nobody. I'm just saying, with me, I'm sensitive, and from my perspective, this is what it does for me. I'm just mentioning this because, you know, people can get caught up in weed just as much as other drugs. It's called a gateway drug too. Now, I'm not talking about weed, I'm talking about CBD oil. You get it without HTC, it still can affect your dreams and bring out your clarity and intuition and stuff like that. I'm just saying, if anything I promote or tell you, then I suggest, with my perspective, it would be HTC free CBD oil. That's good for you. It's good for your body too. Allegedly for educational purposes only. So anyway, I got better. I slept good. I got better. I woke up, and the dream that I had, I'm gonna tell you about it in part of this. It just was talking. Something was pulling on my feet, taking my socks off and all that stuff. But I realized it was them waking me up. Get going, get going, get going to finish up in this here. So I'll tell y'all about it. Hang on, hang on. So listen, the 3D to 5D split has begun. Okay, that's what they're saying. You can sense the change. It's imminent. It's happening worldwide. Your perception from duality to oneness is changing. You have the chance. It will be changed, and your ego has to elevate to the higher self and get rid of the fear to love. It's a false reality, so the new, you need to go from false reality into the new. That's the reality now. You're going to be far more in line with who you really are as a person here on this planet. The old 3D has crumbled. It's crumbling in certain places. Be not duped into this illusion. In certain places, we are seeing old 3D, but it's not reality. It's crumbling right before our own very eyes, okay? You're emerging from the collapse and the disintegration. Your emerging is grounded in love, cooperation, connection, and collaboration. And that you're doing that all with the collective. So that's what we are. We're collective right here doing this stuff here. No more bribery nor division. The new is built on love, not material possessions. People that harbor that are still stuck in 3D and they're deluded. And you got to get away from that. We must abandon the needs and wants and the physical here on the planet. You got to focus on what's happening now, NOW now, while learning, and leave that you got to leave people behind and whatever behind, not just people, the things of 3D. You got to leave them behind. For the old paradigm, got to let it go. Okay, so how we see ourselves and other in this change is vital to step into your power with no hindrances and no attachments to the negative. No more. There's gonna be no more discrimination where we headed to. Okay, it's 100-year evolution that's going on. People are awakening as creators of their own reality. That's what you are, a creator of reality. With each breath we take, you're witnessing all of this: the greater compassion, the goodness, and awareness, and how interconnected we all really are to one another is going to become so evident, and it's so profound that you're going to see that it's worth it all. Note this: it's not all good news though. Because the people that are being stuck in 3D, they're not open to change, many of them, and it terrifies them. So they're used to the old ways, being stuck in 3D as opposed to the unfamiliar. They're stuck in their old patterns despite not useful to them, won't give up their status, won't even give it a try. Or some of them don't realize they're leaving themselves open to unsafety, and other people that are surrounded by them that are trying to move on too. And the people that are listening to them, following them, and staying stuck in 3D, they don't realize they all being open to unsafety. It's the free will. You can't do nothing to force them because they have free will. And with free will that we each have, it's a responsibility that comes with it. We must develop coping mechanisms to practice. Now remember that 3D, what I was telling y'all, it reminds me of the movie What Dreams May Come. Y'all know me in the movies. So with What Dreams May Come, the movie with Robin Williams, and I talk about a lot the part where his wife is trapped in hell, a hell in her mind, and he has to go down there, and he decides to go down there, and even though he's in heaven already, he makes the conscious choice: I'm gotta get my wife out of there. No, she can't stay. I talk about that in a previous video. You got to go back if you want to see the whole thing. It's deep. But anyway, bottom line is this: when she was stuck in the hell, and he went down there to try to convince her of her freeing her mind that she's not really there. She was all, oh no, get away from me. I don't know who you are. Who are you? Go away. She couldn't see him for who he really was, because it's all shadows in 3D, hiding and distorting what you're really supposed to see. You're going to start seeing that now being in 5D. But they're stuck. They're not seeing what you're seeing. They think of you as crazy, blah, 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 blah. That's fine and dandy. But you understand, you cannot get to everybody like he did in that movie. It's a movie, okay? So some of them are going to be so attached to the world, they're not going to let it go, and they're going to look at you as an enemy over time that's trying to pull them back away from what they are attached to, which is materialism things, They're not vibrating as you, and you can't force anybody to vibrate higher. They're going to have to follow their path to get there. Okay, you got to practice bringing out great results. Take action to not get stuck in any way in 3D energy. Stay mindful of what we must be doing in alignment with the Most High. Careful of our thoughts. Okay, we're going on to part 2. Stay tuned. Love you.